All right, we're checking out the only game where you can add so many wings for lift that you can overpower the laws of gravity. It's Aviassembly. All things in Aviassembly begin with a single cockpit. Today, it's pretty simplistic. I want to put so many wings on that with the lift we create, we just circumvent any kind of run-up. I don't even want an airport. I don't even want a landing strip. I just want to instantly come off the ground due to the amount of wings and lift. Ooh, glider wings, 54 lift, 20 lift, 12 lift. Yeah, why use any of this when you can just use the glider wings? All right, now on our little creature here, throw on some glider wings. I want the smallest amount of power. I don't want a million jets. I want the wings to do all of the work. Wooden engine. Good enough. What is the lightest wheel you have? I feel like I'm at the dollar store. What is the cheapest wheel you have? This one. All right, there you go. You got a wheel. You know, it says rear wheel. I don't care. I'm gonna put this wherever I want. It's gonna go in the front too. What are you gonna do about it, game? Okay. Basically look like a real plane got sheared in half. I never noticed that there's a person that does in fact drive the plane. Oh, he has no arms. It's just a torso. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, there you go. I'm not doing anything. The plane pretty much flies itself. Well, except for when the wings get ripped off. Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to worry about speed. Now I feel like I have legitimately murdered a person. See, before, it was just kind of a faceless, nameless entity flying, so I didn't feel as bad. Oh, I don't feel bad. Also, how does a wooden prop engine get us going 300 speed? Can I take more, like, power off of this engine? I think I can. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Max speed, much less. I mean, I could just not use as much power, I guess, too. There, that's all the power you get. Well, here, this will take forever. So, I'll do that, and then I'll bring it on back. How about that? The wheel load is too heavy. Look, game, if it's not one thing with you, it's the other, all right? Pick the plane up, everything's gonna be fine. There you go. I love that the plane doesn't want to fly in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it's totally like,
yeah, I feel like getting up now.
The wing stress is too high, so we're gonna have to keep this speed relatively slow and sad. Okay, the prop's not even spinning, and the thing's going 90 miles an hour, and the altitude is climbing. Stop gaining speed. There. Yes, if we have one rotation a second about, this is where we can maintain a perfect balance of speed and flight. Look at that.
Nope.
The glider wings do everything. Never mind. The glider wings are starting to break again. Obviously, we need to add more weight to this, and the best way I can think of to add more weight is to add more wings. All right, what kind of struts or whatever do we have here? Wooden struts, one weight. I love it. It's cheap. This is gonna be like the Spirit Air of planes. Now, part of the problem is that the strength of the glider wing is so terrible. But it's fine. We're going to have all the glider wings, so they can all share the agony together. All right. How about 2 sets of wings? Again, we're gonna go kind of low here. I'm gonna do like half power. All right. Front wheel, you gonna explode on me? You absolutely are. That's fine. I didn't like you anyway. Okay, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is that we don't have to worry about the wings ripping off the plane anymore. The bad news is that the wooden prop can't gain the speed necessary to bring the plane off of the ground. I totally lied. Once this thing gets off the ground, it flies just fine. Maybe I just need to get rid of the wheels. Maybe the wheels are creating unnecessary friction or something like that. Yeah, look, immediately, this thing gains a ton of speed. The altitude's fantastic.
Target designated.
Mirror Bird, you think you're better than me? You think your wings have more lift than I do? Bird's like,
Gray, what are you trying to do? I'm trying to buy your coffee. Get over here.
all right, and as I fly with this bird over here, the plane still works just fine. That means it's time to add more wings. All right, wheels, you're disappointing me. You're no longer necessary. This plane has no wheels. I know, it's on purpose. All right, wheelless wonder, do the things you do. All right, I'm no longer gaining the speed to generate lift. All right, you may have the stupidest wheel. I figure why not go grossly oversized? You know what? Gray, throw 2 on the back. Why not? This thing looks like a plane sitting on a hospital gurney, which actually is perfect considering what we do here. What just happened? What? Okay. I don't know if the plane can go forward or not. It can't get up.
Phrasing?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm popping a wheelie, but I stopped it before it fell directly on its back. I love that part of the wheels have just phased into the concrete. Am I able to just like move this way to the, yeah, right there. How about that? God, this plane is like the ugly duckling of planes. Look at that. Right there. Speed. Cranking up. 38, 40. And we have,
nope.
Well, I was gonna say we have liftoff. We kind of just, I don't know, we're drifting. We're Tokyo drifting in the plane right now. That is 100% what's happening. Never mind, we totally have liftoff. Okay, yeah, takes off just fine. We can start adding more wings. It was weird, but it looked like the last thing to blow up there were in fact the wings. All right, wooden struts, you know what to do. More gliders, perfect. So I guess the question I have for myself is, does this feel any better to fly? It does not. We might die. Never mind. We're totally fine. Wow. This thing takes off at 31 speed. I think flies just fine at 35. I'm gonna be outpaced by the birds. Let me see if I can land this without exploding. I mean, most of it's just glide. Like, I could just glide onto the ground without even touching anything. Boom. There you go. Perfect landing. This is the perfect trainer-style vehicle. I'm eventually gonna make it so that it would be faster to just walk to your destination. I am impressed, though. The game hasn't, like, slowed down or anything yet, despite the amount of wings. So let's add some more. You know what? Maybe I'll go a little heavier. Yeah, great. Just stack them. Just start stacking it. There you go. Yeah, stack it. Because I think the question is, why only put the wings on the top of the struts? Why not just put the wings everywhere? That's what I call efficiency. What I'm talking about is, we'll just take some wings. Yeah, you can put them anywhere. See that? Look at that. Right there. Boom. And now we have space to work with. Like a little radio tower. Probably because this plane wants to get an emergency signal out. See if it can get someone to save it. The future of mass transit. Yeah, so again, the issue now is the fact that I've kind of been angling the wings, well, the struts backward. I can fix this. Can I add more wheels without adding more body? Oh, you totally can. What is happening over here? What is this? That's not how wheels work, but sure, game. Oh, no. Sure. The front wheel is lower than the rear wheel. I know. Look at that. Holds itself up perfectly. I could probably stand to make the fuselage a little bit longer. But why do that when I can just make a body out of landing gear? I never thought I'd say this, but we need more power. Oh. Huh. Yeah, sure. Why not? Hold on. Can I move these in? Oh, yeah. Oh. I could just move them on top of one another. Oh, we got plenty of power now. Oh yeah, we're rolling. 28, 30, 32, 35. Easy liftoff at 35 with a body made out of landing gear. You may be like,
yeah, but Gray, how does it fly?
Flies like a dream. Look at this. I'm gonna get to the point where an Olympic sprinter would be outrunning me in midair. Like, look at this bird. Even the bird's like,
Gray, just stop.
No, come here. We're gonna fly side by side. It's gonna be majestic, okay? Everyone always wants to soar with the eagles, but I'm literally going to do it. Get over here. Hold on. Get inside my props. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Yay. Yay. He's trying so hard. It's like, no, Gray. Again, you may be like,
yeah, but Gray, can you land it?
Of course I can. There's wheels everywhere. Look at this thing. It just floats to the ground. Look at it. We can add more wings now. I'm not gonna lie. there might not be a limit. On wings, I mean. I might be able to just add wings forever. What? All right, there's several stacks more. Let's try that. I'm gonna start having the issue of being unable to get up to the 30 speed that I need to take off. Unless I can get a hill. Okay, here we go. There's a little bit of a hill right here. Go up the hill and go down the hill. Come on, crank it, baby. Go. Yes, 22, 24. All right, we're gonna need more power. All right, yeah, you're just gonna go like this. Then you grab it. And you just slide it inside. There we go. Are you ready? Right, retract the landing gear. And there we go. Easy. Flies like a dream at 30 speed. I'm still gaining. I need to find out what speed I have to get down to stop gaining altitude. 24, I'm still getting 23, I'm still gaining altitude. 22, I'm still gaining altitude. 21, then make it stop. 17, 16. Is it possible for me to not gain altitude? Come on, pull up. 10, it still gains altitude. Okay, so everything that we thought was going to happen is I've created a helicopter. It's just a helicopter now. It's just going straight up. Obviously, the answer here is more wings. Yep. Keep them coming. I legitimately have no idea how many wings I have right now. I actually need more struts. All right, here's the plan. I'm gonna slam on the gas, and when I get to about, I don't know, maybe 30, we're gonna retract the gear and just see if we can get off the ground before the friction takes over. 29. All right, you know what? We're gonna try at 29. Go. Come on, baby. Come on, 30. Come on, lift. Oh, it just barely got up into the air. I'm gonna need more power. Now let's just crank these around. There we go. Oh yeah. Once again, plenty of speed. 35, landing gear up. Easy takeoff. I don't even try and do like an elevated climb anymore. I basically just point the plane straight upward and it climbs. Look at it. 7 miles an hour. All right, it's time to just go absolutely ballistic with the wings. I'm gonna have to zoom out for this. I kind of wonder if I'll need to add more landing gear. I've got to do something real quick. I'm not doing this to have a fuselage, like for any reason. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to put a face on this. Little unhappy mouth like that there. Look at it. Go ahead and save it. If I had to guess, we probably won't have the speed necessary to take off, but I guess you never know. I love that I'm at the point where the wings don't fit on the screen anymore. I wonder. Hold on. So, can I put a, oh, I can.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. I want to try something. Yeah, just keep adding more of these. And then grab this one. Spin it around. Oh God. I said grab this one and spin it around. We're back. We're flying. We are taking off at 18 speed. I have now unintentionally made a like twin prop helicopter. I know what you're saying.
But Gray, can you land it?
Of course I can land it. Thing has a maximum speed of like 40 miles an hour. Actually have to bring down the throttle halfway in order to lose altitude, because the thing gains altitude at 1 mile an hour. There you go. Boom. Instant stop. There is one achievement I need to try and do. I want to take off while this thing is on its back. There it is. I don't want a run-up. I don't want to use the runway. I just want to fly like this. It takes off like a helicopter. That's awesome. So technically, hold on. I don't even need the landing gear anymore. Oh, that'll shave off a ton of weight. Landing gear, you served your purpose, but now you are indeed useless. Get out of here. There we go. I'm not even putting any kind of input in now. The plane just flies itself. Well, if you can call this a plane. There is, however, one last thing that I need to be able to do, which is see if I can get all of these wings to rip themselves off. If you just hold down up or down or like left or right, you can't crash this thing. What I mean is like, look, if I turn to the left, it'll just slowly go left. If I turn to the right, it'll just slowly go right. If I hold down on W to descend, it just stays up in the air. If I hold down on S, it just goes back to this position. It will not crash unless... Hold on, I think I have an idea. This is crazy when I have to go through this entire process to try and crash this thing. I'm trying to roll it. There we go. There. The wings rip off. Woo! And there you go. We learned that the answer to all of aviation's problems is more wings. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of Aviassembly. Till the next time, stay foxy and much love.